What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for being here. If you are a returning subscriber and if you're new here, welcome. I do a lot of videos on motherhood and twins and being a first-time mum of twins, my journey, and just a lot of day in the lives and vlogs and things like that. So thanks for being here. I hope you enjoy this. Today's video is actually going to be a follow-on to a previous video which I did about a year ago, probably now, maybe a bit more, which I'll link up here, and that was baby products that I regret buying. That was purely focused on the newborn stage, and now I'm going to talk about things that I've bought in the last year or so which I've used that I just didn't feel were the best use of my money, and I'll try and give you alternatives if I know of any, or I just hope this helps, because I feel like we are constantly buying stuff lately for the boys and it's just overwhelming when there's so much choice and decisions to make. And if you really want to save money, sometimes it's just like, oh my god, I don't know what I need and if this is the right thing and whether I should spend money on this and blah blah blah. So I hope this helps. There's only a few items. It's going to be a very quick video because I feel like I do such long vlogs all the time. Maybe this will be nice for people that just want a bit of an informative quick video. So let's get started. My first thing, and this is kind of more babyhood stage but also going into toddlerhood, is blankets, muslins, swaddles, all that sort of stuff. We had tons, and this is not half of it, guys, but we were gifted some of these, actually a lot of these, and some of them are very aesthetically pleasing. Some of them are just the most softest thing ever, like I just want to sleep on it. And some were purely for their nursery, and then we ended up moving like 6 months in. But yeah, I just felt like we were living in Seattle in Washington when they were born, and it was very cold, and I thought we'd use these all the time. And even up there, we didn't. We ended up having a blanket that was purely for their car seat and their stroller, and they were in that all the time. So we never took these out and about. They may have lay on them in the house once in a while. They obviously never used the ones that were for the nursery because they weren't sleeping with blankets or anything. And now we're living in a hot climate and we don't need blankets at all, other than like the 2 days of the year that we go on a walk and it's cold and I need some extra layer of warmth for them. But yeah, it's just not something that we end up using, and I really thought we would. And we also thought we'd swaddle the boys in these blankets. But when you've got twins and you're swaddling all the damn time, and it's very tricky for them to stay tightly compact in there, we ended up just using the Velcro ones. My husband was not about trying to do it with like one of those loose blankets, so I definitely suggest thinking about that before you go into buying a load of those. But maybe we'll use them going forward when they're sleeping with blankets and things in their bed. I don't know, they're so cute, I can't bear to part with them all. But yeah, we just didn't use them as much as I thought. Second item is going to be shoes. Now, some of these again were gifted to us, and aren't they just the cutest things ever? And I really thought, like, I couldn't wait to be dressing my baby and putting on all these cute clothes. And I think that was probably the thing that I was most excited about when I was a first-time mum, pregnant, and I was just like so excited to dress my baby. But it soon became the most annoying thing in the world when they're spitting up, being sick, having explosions the other end, all the things, and you have to keep changing them. It's like, give me the most simple item of clothing. And shoes, we didn't even get around to putting them on, okay, I'll be honest. I did read that barefoot is the best way for a baby to go for their like senses and whatever else, I don't know, but we never put shoes on, hence the paper still being in there. They were purely like decoration in their bedroom. Would I buy them again if I had another baby? Probably, because they're the cutest thing ever, and maybe I would try and put them on them if we went out and about and they weren't like on the floor rolling around, but we just never used them. And then going forward into toddlerhood, when they actually started walking, we didn't put, I mean I should have done, we didn't put on the like soft baby shoes pre-walking when they were crawling again, because I just knew it helps them if they have barefoot to walk. So we didn't, and then they were, once they were actually walking and I went to put them on, they didn't fit them anymore, and I was so gutted because these were like the perfect starter shoes. Going into actual, now that they wear shoes, I've spent a lot of money on nice trainers, and I've soon realized that they don't last for very long at all, and especially when you're buying 2 times the amounts. Just try and find a solid pair of shoes that isn't going to break the bank. They really don't last long. And then on another note, laces Laces may be the most annoying thing ever. Maybe you've got a good baby, but mine undo them in the car every time. Tried multiple tricks like rolling the sock over, but they still undo them, and then they just come undone a lot when they're walking. So just, again, not the most practical thing. Much prefer Velcro, so I would definitely opt for Velcro shoes, especially if you're spending a fair bit on a good brand. Next item is gonna be baby carriers. I don't have a picture of these because I actually recently sold them, but we bought 2 of the Bajon baby carriers. Thought we were going to use them a ton. We have a dog. I thought, oh my gosh, we'll be going on dog walks, or we'll be going to like the outdoor malls, strolling around, having the boys on us. We did not use them. I mean, I can count on one hand how many times we used them. They were brilliant carriers, nothing wrong with them at all, but the frustration of having a baby attached to you when you're out and about trying to do errands, they would be way more comfortable in the stroller. We would be way more comfortable not carrying them 24/7. I think if you did a lot of hiking and things like that, maybe they're great, but honestly, having twins when you're a first-time mum, like, there's no energy left to be doing those sorts of activities. So anywhere that we went with the boys, we would normally have the stroller. Even on dog walks, it was just so much easier. They could sleep. There was no fuss and hassle of like getting backache and stuff. So we really just didn't use them. The only time I really used the carriers were around the house, or if we quickly popped out when we were away on like a holiday or something and we thought it would be nice just to have them strapped to us. But I think I used them in the garden as well a few times, but we just didn't use them, and I think we paid $100 for each carrier, so it just definitely wasn't worth it. If I was to go back, I'd probably just buy one, because if me and Ali had been out together, I know we wouldn't both have a carrier. We would use the stroller, and it came in handy around the house when Mom was being extra fussy just to have attached to me. So I'd buy more of a fabric, lightweight one that would be on me. Next up, going into eating. Now, I feel a bit contradictive talking about this because I still use them, but I bought these easy peasy suction plates. We got the spoons to go with them and the cups. First it comes with like a toddler cup. Oh yeah, here. First it comes with like a baby cup, and then you move on to the bigger cup when they're getting used to drinking with the straw. This has probably been the thing that I've used the least, because they will just mess around with this straw, pulling it out, chewing on it, trying to put it back in the hole. Like, it's just, they end up not eating because they're so distracted by this. And I've used it a lot thinking they'd get used to it, and it's just a novelty every time they see it. So we ended up just giving it to them open, and I have thought these were great for them learning to drink from, in the fact that they're silicone and easy for them to hold and everything like that. But my negative is going to be they do not stick to the surface. Now, maybe it's because of the high chair I have, I'm not sure, but the high chair obviously was an investment that we're not about to change. And these aren't the cheapest plates and things that you can get. I think they probably do stick to glass top tables. If you have that, great. But yeah, they didn't stick for us, and I just wouldn't recommend it. If I was going back, I probably would use something else. And then when they get to eating a fair amount, this isn't that big. I would like a plate that is a bit bigger. I'm using it purely because I spent money on it and it's cute and everything else, but I wouldn't buy them again. I'd definitely look into something else, and I think it's very cute, but I wish it would stick to the surface, because that's all you want when babies are throwing food on the floor. Sticky plate would be just heaven in my eyes. Okay, next up is clothing. Guys, I know this is so hard because baby clothes are the cutest thing, but especially when you have twins and they're growing at a crazy pace and the season's also changing, I feel like we're always buying clothes, and I'm like, oh my god, they only wore this twice in that last 4 months or whatever it may be. So my advice to you is don't buy anything that is too difficult to get on and off them, especially when they get to this sort of age, 12 to 18 months, where they hate being touched and getting dressed or anything of the sort. So buy things that are easy to get on and off. You're going to be changing their diaper and they're going to be resisting it. Just think of like ease over aesthetic. I haven't done that all the time and I've regretted it when I haven't. But things like jeans, we haven't loved jeans. One, they just don't seem to be the most comfortable thing for the babies to be like trying to learn to walk and run around in and climb on. They're always falling down, or they're too tight and they just look like uncomfortable. They have worn these, they've got a few uses out of them, but I would so opt for like leggings or joggers. As much as these look cute, they just don't look great on them, and they just don't seem the easiest thing for babies to wear. And then shirts, button up things, just heavy duty stuff that takes a lot of time to do up, I just wouldn't recommend. They don't want to get dressed in the first place. Just find the easiest thing you can throw over their head and whip off when you need to. I know it's cute, it looks so cute, but I just wouldn't waste your money on that. So definitely think about it when you're buying clothes. I also wouldn't go for too much color, because if you get neutral clothing, you can also have it if in case you have another baby and it's a different gender, but also you can pair it with different stuff and they don't look like they're just dressed in like a multitude of colors. So yeah, I learned that the hard way, and now I'm sticking to very minimal color palettes and easy on and off clothing. Last but not least, car seats. Now, we had the Mesa car seats, I believe, for when they were newborns, that went straight into the car and straight onto our upper baby Vista stroller. They were amazing, so well fitting into the car, so secure, never had any problems or any qualms with it. Moving on to the next car seat, we were like so indecisive on what to get. We ended up spending a lot of money on our car seats. I think they were around $500 each, and I don't love them. I wish we'd gone down a different route. As much as I thought a swivel car seat would be really good for my back, they are just so heavy and difficult to make secure. Personally, we have an Audi Q7. I don't know if it's something to do with the style of the car. It's such a big piece of kit that when Alex drives, he wants the seat to come back for him to have more space for his legs and stuff, and it makes it very hard to make the seat secure. And I just don't find that it's the safest car seat out there. I think if I was to do it again, I would have invested in maybe the, is it the Graco 3-in-1 car seat? I don't know, but I know there's a lot that lasts even longer than this one. I think this only lasts for 4 years, or it's a certain weight that they reach up to, but or maybe it's until they're 4, which really isn't that long for the amount of money that we spent on them. And yeah, we just find them very heavy, very awkward, not the most easy thing to get them in and out of the car, and I just wouldn't recommend those. So that is it, just 6 items. I really feel like they're things that we spent money on that haven't done us justice as much as we wanted, and I would look into getting something else. So I hope some of you found this informative if you're looking at maybe purchasing some of these items, or you're just trying to save a bit of cash and you're not sure which direction to head. These are some things that we haven't loved, but again, everybody's experiences are different. Some people really loved some of these items I've mentioned, but I hope it helps, and I will see you in my next video, which is going to be a vlog. I have been very poorly, hence me looking a bit strange in this video today, but I'll update you all on that in the next video, and I hope you're having a good week. I will see you next time.